But yeah, man, it's yeah, pretty incredible stuff. I'm jacked for you to like when after you try respite, please like DM me and let me know your thoughts on it. Really
Oh no,
excited
I'm
to.
assuming like I'm taking the day off for work for that. I'm assuming when it's done that I'm just gonna have a shit to talk about because like there are some times in VR chat that you go, there was a horror map. I don't know what it was called, but it was so I played VR chat for the first time I think in like 2016. I don't know, something around there, and I liked it. It was cool. Nothing great to me personally at the time. It just wasn't for me. Then like 17, 18, it was getting better, and then I feel like it was 2019. There was a horror map where you're kind of on a roller coaster with your friends. So you kind of like get onto the platform with friends. You're all looking at each other like a real life roller coaster, and then it shoots you through this horror mansion. And it was unlike anything I've ever seen. And I just remember sitting Provi. I don't know if you've seen him on Twitter. Provi was one
Mhm.
next to me, a couple other people that we knew, and we were all just speechless by the end of it. I think it was made by the same people who made like a few other horror or VR horror chat maps, but like where it started and where it's gone, I'm sure when I'm done with this experience, it's going to be that whole
Yeah,
other
man.
tier of level that I just haven't experienced before.
Even dude, even seeing like where VR chat's gone. Like I went into a club last night called like the Be Me Club or something like that, and dude, like the things people are making now in VR chat is better than half the stuff you see outside of VR chat. Like it's incredible.
Do you have
It's
any issues with
incredible.
like IRL, like right now? My wife could be like, "Hey, I'm having a work party. You want to come with me?" Sure. I don't know anyone there. I'll have a blast. I'm very good at talking. I'm not great in VR chat or social VR. Like
I
I freeze up.
100%
I
agree.
do. I don't know
Me
why.
too. I'll hear see a bunch of people talking, in front of a mirror, and you walk over there and you're trying to figure out. You're listening for someone to say something where you can just inject yourself in the conversation,
Yes.
and it's different. And I think it's because there's no real body language to pick up off of. Like you don't know if it's awkward for you to just be like, "Hey guys, like I'm Dan, what's up?" You know what I mean? I get that feeling too, man. And that's strange you say that because I was thinking that last night. There were a bunch of people in VR in that club standing by an elevator, and I wanted to be like, "Hey guys, it's Matt. Like just talk about the map." And as I was listening to their conversation, I was like, "Well, maybe I have nothing in common with these guys. Like I don't even know what they're talking about. So maybe I should just walk away." And I did. I just like walked in a corner and then left the world because I didn't know how to communicate with them.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
sucks
weird.
because I want to be good at it, and I really want to enjoy VR chat, and I want to enjoy Neos and all these places, and I have fun like exploring. But I do earn for a little connection in there, and it's stressful. I just don't
Yeah.
know. And it's like you do have everything in common with these people. You're in VR. Like, what more
Yeah.
could we have in common than us all with our full body tracking all
Yeah.
this stuff? But I don't know if you're in the chat and you're big into VR chat. Hit me up one day. Take me in there. Make me feel make
Yeah,
Dan
dude.
and me feel loved. You
Dude,
know.
Eric, yeah, we should do VR chat together, man. I've been trying to jump in it every night, and just mainly evangelize the magazine, because like I said,
Oh
not a lot of
yes.
people know about it. So I'll go in there and start talking to people, and then when they ask me what I do, I'm like, glad you asked, good sir. Let me
Would
tell you a story.
would it be too much
Um,
if I end up getting a custom VR chat avatar and well, nice robe and everything, and I'll just
ooh,
move around? Have you heard about our Lord and Savior VRTrend Magazine? And
I would appreciate that. I
okay,
would
yeah,
appreciate.
yeah.
Well,
We'll make this something.
I have an avatar because I was working for Pimax VR for a while, and when I was working for Pimax, I had a Pimax VR avatar made. So I had an avatar made that had a Pimax backpack on it and stuff like that. And I've been lately, I've just been like, dude, I just want to reskin this character to just be decked out in like VR trend gear. And I really
Yeah.
think like I want to do that, but haven't done it yet.
Cole Slash says something about me room in VR chat, although he says don't go there. So now automatically the only thing I'm
You're
going to
going to have to go
do
there.
is
Yeah.
go there tonight.
Yeah.
I just got the rebuff reality like extra battery pack. I'll install
I
that
saw that.
and I'm going right there. I haven't installed it, but I hate the Elite strap. I hate it so much.
Mine's broke, dude. So, I mean, I use it. It's just duct tape together.
Mine never broke, but the battery doesn't even charge past 40% now, and it's only like six
Oh,
months old. Speaking of where you're working, by the way, I know you're not working there, but you did work for Facebook for a bit, correct?
yeah. Well, I was working on their Oculus side when they're doing the Oculus 2 launch. Um, which was a really fun, cool job. Essentially, I was just like, I'd travel around to the Best Buys and I'd just sit in on Zoom meetings, just talking about, teaching the employees about the VR headsets and that sort of thing, and helping all the stores get set up, and then taking a whole bunch of cool, dude. I gotta like take now that's out. I gotta take like all these. classes and online Zoom calls and find out about all the specs before anyone was talking about any of the specs for it. And I
Yep.
just felt like the coolest insider, yeah,
That's
I
why I
worked with
asked
them,
that.
and I
'Cause I gotta
started
pick
in
your brain.
VR working in 2016 for High Fidelity when High
Yes.
Fidelity was
Yep.
a VR app, and then, was with High Fidelity for a bit, which was probably the weirdest time in my life. Because I worked, people would be like, "What do you do for work?" And I was like, "Oh, I work in VR." And they're like, "Oh, that's cool. Are you a designer?" And I was like, "No, dude. I work in VR. I'm essentially I was a Walmart greeter. So I stood in a virtual room for 9 hours a day, and when people would come into the room, they'd think I was an NPC, and I'd be like, "Hey, welcome to High Fidelity. Can I help you with this or show you how to do this?" And that was my job
That
for
is
8 hours a day,
amazing.
full time, dude.
Love it,
And
dude.
it was,
That's so cool.
yeah,
You'd freak me the hell out. It's almost like Facebook Horizon when I've gone there like all of 2 times because it was pretty awful. But that first intro where there's actually a representative there,
yeah,
it is like for everything that Facebook Horizon is doing right or wrong, having that person there, it's a mind blow moment when
yeah.
you
And
realize it's great. I love it. It's a positive, net
And
positive.
what's weird is when like Altspace and all those places when they were just getting started, they all had those welcomers. Like it was a
Yeah.
big thing back then to have someone in there to like walk you through because it was such a new experience. But I mean, we did like I remember when the new Power Ranger movie came out, they all came into High Fidelity, and I got to meet the whole cast, and the whole cast was 3D scans of themselves in VR, and then they put on this show where they turned into Power Rangers and they flew around and just played games in VR with all their fans. And I think it was at that moment I was like, dude, VR could be used for so much more. Like, if I was a famous person, I would, and I don't know why they don't do this more. I would be having so many VRChat meetups and stuff because how else can you safely interact with your fans than in
Yes.
VR as a
Exactly.
famous person? And it's extremely underutilized. But yeah, dude, and then I left there and I did stuff with a bunch of the stuff. Being an ambassador for VReal when VReal was a thing, which rest in peace, VReal was freaking awesome as well. Um,
Add it to the VR graveyard.
Dude, what sucks is like when I think about VR Great, when I think about like what I played
Hey,
back in the
actually,
day,
hey Daniel, real quick, just
yeah,
because if this guy leaves the chat, I just want to give a quick shout out. I saw Grog Games made a comment. Dude, that guy was one of the first people I ever met when I made a YouTube channel. So it's good to see you, man. I just want to say that. Like, I haven't talked to him forever, and it's kind of like I just got the good feelings inside. That is literally one of the first people I talked to when I ever made a YouTube channel. But go on. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
no, yeah, it's fine. I forgot what I was talking about, so
We're
thanks,
talking
dude.
about the VR graveyard, my man.
Oh yeah, so like, dude, I think about that all the time. Like, I think about all the games like that I started with that are even to this day, dude. They're such good games, and people don't play them because they're so down on the Steam list. Like Raw
Right.
Data, dude.
Oh yeah, so
Raw Data
good,
was so
so
good. And here's
good.
what sucks is Raw Data started losing steam. And after they lost steam, after they started slowing down, they released multiplayer. And the Raw Data multiplayer is exactly what I wish all these multiplayer games had today. Fast paced, really cool, really small maps. And no one plays it because no one knows that it exists, dude.
Which is
And it's
bullshit.
beautiful. Like being able to like hold a katana and throw it and kill someone that comes back to you as a boomerang, or like the way they had everything set up, and then they incorporated smooth movement, and it was like, dude, this is it. And by that time, they had lost steam, just like Hover Junkers, great game, but it
Oh
just
my
kind of
god, yes, bringing
fell
that
the
back.
wayside. All these games were so in today's standard, these games are still great, would
Oh,
still be good, but people
here,
don't know about
hold
them.
on. Let me give you my one. Now, no one will agree with me. Everyone's gonna tell me to fuck off in chat. But for how it looked, how it played, how smooth it was, how perfectly streamlined AAA feeling it was, just price tag and people playing it, Space Junkies. I'm gonna say it, Space Junkies by
Yeah.
Ubisoft. It
Yep.
to this day, log on right now. It's dead. You won't play. I guarantee you won't play. But just get into a bot match or the
Yeah.
lobby and tell me that does not have the feeling of AAA on how smooth and how
Yep.
detailed and how
It
much
does.
customization. It's beautiful, but it died.
There's even early games like Galaxy of Starseed, right? Even you
Hmm.
look at that now and it still visually is beautiful than half the games coming out. But because it's aged, people associate that with it's older and they don't go back and play these games. And it really sucks, dude.
Let's be honest. If you're not on the top percent of Steam, if you're not on the top 10% of Steam and the top 5% of the Oculus Quest store, you're kind of dead, and it's stupid because you shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't be like, dude, yeah. And Raw Data, like it's a Surveos game and they make really good games. I highly suggest
That'll
it
wake.
has to be cheaper now. Like if you download, even the solo mode is beautiful. The co-op the co-op the co-op online is super addicting. That's how I met my buddy Halvey. We met in VR playing raw data, and then he eventually moved up to where I'm at, and we started our VR channel, the VR Bros, 6 years ago. And we ran that channel for about 2 years, and now he still lives here, and we still do VR together. But we literally met in VR in raw data.
Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips, or catch the debates and fireside chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.